pushing the boundaries of expectations, and rewriting the rules of adventure are the reasons we get up in the morning. This is a way of life, a huge and growing community of explorers and adventurers, leading the way, blazing new trails, and raising the bar. We share your hunger for a life without limits, and we know you'll stop at nothing to get there.
Greetings and welcome back, KB Creatives, for another adventure of attracting our best lives together. I'm Stephen Kenyon. So glad you could join us. Email address is kineticbelief@stephenkenyon.com. stephenkenyon.com is the website. And while visiting, if you like, you can sign up to receive updates, emails from me. Also, you can now join the private Facebook group for interacting with other Kinetic Believers. Also, that's a mouthful. Also, I've got to say that I really am enjoying sending out KB text messages occasionally, and if you'd like to receive a text message whenever I'm receiving an unction of wisdom, you can just text the word kinetic, Kinetic, to 31996, which is only available in the U.S. Maggie, good afternoon to you, my bestie.
Devin, hello.
Friend. How are you today?
I am fantastic. How are you?
Good. What have you been up to? What have you been doing?
Why is that a difficult question?
Because you do so much. I'm just watching you back and forth.
It is.
You're working on your
That's
laptop
why.
and
Thank
you're
you
doing
for
stuff.
clearing that up.
You are so busy.
And it's so many things, little tiny things I could never in a million years tell you what I'm doing.
Well, you've had your violin out, by the way. I've enjoyed playing some music with you in the last couple of days, working on some new stuff.
Isn't it funny how if I don't just open the case and leave it out, I don't play it?
You know what gets me about you is I practice a lot. I'm working, and I just to keep my dexterity up and working, I play the keyboard, play piano, and I write and do all of that stuff. But I have to practice all the time. You'll put your violin down for months and pick it up and play like you've never stopped.
Oh, that's really sweet.
I don't know how you do that.
I think it's how early I started. I mean,
I don't know, but there's the physicality of it. You've got to work on the dexterity, and you just do it.
But I have to say,
I'm
if I haven't played
jealous.
in a while, it's more than
in the right way.
It's like when you don't go to the gym for a long time. You can feel the conditioning slipping.
Well, you don't show it though. I mean, you play like you've always played.
Oh, that's so sweet.
I love you.
I love you.
I wish I had your talent.
Oh, please.
Yeah.
I can't write music though. I can't write songs like you do.
But you play beautifully.
Thank you.
Question for you: What would you do if fear was not a factor and you could not fail?
Oh.
If zero fear and
you can't fail,
and you knew that you weren't going to fail, what would you head out the door to go and do today?
I'm guaranteed
success. That's a game changer, isn't it?
Yeah, like anything, I'm just guaranteed. It's
guaranteed
gonna be great.
Success. No fear.
Gosh, I'd probably want to be maybe I'd be a jockey in the Kentucky Derby.
Ooh. A Kentucky Derby jockey.
Or maybe a
world-renowned
world-renowned
that would be fun, I've got to say. That
opera
would be
singer.
cool.
An opera singer.
Opera singer?
An amazing one, just...
Oh, I don't think you would fail at that.
The drama of it all, yeah.
How cool. And just the outfits, right?
Oh, yes.
I could see you going around the Kentucky Derby track in a gown.
Well, I could sing the national anthem before it begins.
From the back of a thoroughbred. No fear here.
Well,
right?
I got to go. I got some things to do.
I just learned something new about you today. That's hilarious. That's pretty cool, though.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Wouldn't that be fun, though, to be in a horse race? I just think the adrenaline alone would be unbelievable.
I think so. And when you watch those horses run at full, it's the most graceful thing. It's such a
it is
fast speed.
Well, I've always thought maybe the best part about that would be the connection that those jockeys have to those horses, the communication, that relationship with their...
You love horses, don't you?
You think?
Yeah. so often whatever the question is, what do you like to do? Ride horses. What do you dream of? Horses.
Well, most little girls are horse crazy, but I guess I never grew out of it.
I need to get you a horse.
Oh, anything will do. Even like maybe a donkey or something. It's fine.
A donkey.
A donkey. I don't know. As long as it has a tail and ears.
Well, that's pretty cool. If fear was no factor, and you could not fail.
How about you? That sounds like a funny question, though, because you already live that way.
I don't know. I think I've got the answer for that, and it's at the tip of my tongue. It's spacewalk.
Oh my gosh.
I have imagined, going out and spacewalking, and it just seems like I would totally freak out.
Well, yeah.
Just freak out, looking down at the earth and just as far as you can see, space in every direction, and there's the moon going by, and there's stars and other things.
Well,
You're just floating around. But if I could do that, if you could do that and not have any fear, and you're not going to fail, what is that movie we watched not long ago? It had Sandra Bullock in it, and
Gravity.
Gravity. That was
amazing.
Amazing, wasn't it?
But I have to say, it always just really bugs me that they only have one tether. I mean, wouldn't you want like a backup tether?
How about a net?
Right?
Forget the tether. Just
actually, I'll just stay in the ship.
But I think that'd be pretty cool.
That's a good one though, because you really took something that maybe feels fearful to consider and got rid of that. That's interesting.
All right, KBs, I enjoyed a lot of the responses from yesterday's question. If you've got an answer for yourself on what would you do if fear was not a factor and you could not fail, how about getting onto the Facebook group and letting us know?
Yeah.
I'd love to hear a bit.
Yeah, I love that. And we already heard some answers from yesterday's question. What are your 5 most beautiful things?
Yeah.
So that's fun. Facebook group, do it.
Today I am real excited about today's podcast. And I'm open to go in a direction that I'm being led to go into without any preconceived notions. And just the topic or the title of today's podcast is The New World. And this has been, what a morning. I mean, I had an idea of what I wanted to talk about on today's podcast, like I usually do. But this one came from within and totally unexpected, and so I'm just open to do my best and let this flow as it comes. And there's been in place since the beginning of creation an original desire for all people to know and to utilize the kind of belief that changes and conforms life around them, all things. Creational belief is inherent to the human experience. Creational belief changes things outside of the propaganda of objective meddling. In other words, the new world of awareness is filled with creative miracles, and the new world, it has begun. And that is the cause of the anxiety, the cause of so much angst and uncertainties over the last 12 months specifically, and even longer, but specifically 12 months. I had an encounter about 1.5 years ago. Meg, you were there, and it was from within my spirit. It was an encounter with a mandate to teach from unctions as I received them. And the creative authority of kinetic belief was given to me to teach and to show for advancing into the new world.
I have to jump in here and say, Steve, that it has been the most amazing year, and 1.5 years, like you're saying, of obedience to transformation. I was with you when you had that encounter. That's a great word for it. It's exactly what it was. And I could literally see it overtaking you. As we sold or gave away basically all of our possessions, and all that we had were these 2 backpacks, leaving everything behind. We really did go into the wilderness of the Rocky Mountains for the next 6 months while you were journaling everything you were being shown. I mean, it was an absolutely extraordinary time. Yes,
and I got to say, too, that what a privilege it has been just to have you by my side. And I think that it was absolutely necessary that we experience that encounter together. Otherwise, we wouldn't be here today. And I don't think that we would, well, in fact, I know that we would not be doing this together. This is something that we were both compelled into. And I think because you were there when it happened, that it has involved both of us in this journey thus far.
And it is like it ushered in some sort of conviction, for both of us, that I still feel to this day.
Yes, conviction, a great word for it. Well, I've been compelled to say what I'm about to say on today's podcast and here in this message today. Collectively, The totality of the world's population is experiencing a slip of consciousness right now into the realm of creative awareness. For the past 6,000 years now, enlightenment through observation has been natural for the progressive evolution of curiosity. The same inquisitive passions that led Einstein to first imagine his theory of relativity and then to write it down. And what I'm about to reveal today are the vestiges of the first creation, which now represents today our new beginning, here at the beginning of 2021. The revelation knowledge being birthed into consciousness is our new light. Objective awareness through reasonings has been the standard for human development now for 6,000 years. But now, for the first time through the Earth's collective consciousness, we are now entering simultaneously into a fragmented objective reality, where the sentient observer agrees with the subjectiveness of the individual. In other words, there is a consensus, which is just simply like-mindedness of consciousness, which is expanding to approve of the non-consensually mindedness through unconditional love. Unconditional love. Well, what does that mean? It means that as creative creators who have the ability to imagine something that is desired, which is what the law of attraction, which first came into being as far as realization or understanding, actually at the beginning of the last century. What's happened is that we are now able to attract, to manifest. And we've been able to do this more efficiently over the last 100 years, each decade becoming more efficient than the previous. We've now slipped into the active realm of creative awareness, which is the transformative evolution of the human spirit toward instant manifestations. Instantaneous manifestations. Just as explosive as the first imagined desire was for, in the beginning, what's known as the Big Bang, inflation, to sling the cosmos into place, that suspension of expansion. Human beings created in the image of the Creator have contained within themselves the exact same instantaneous creative authority and dominion for explosive attraction, creating mass to form. Now, to the onlooker, hypothetically, an onlooker visiting the earth, visiting the realm of creative awareness, which we're now moving into, we've entered into. This onlooker coming from another planet, the power of belief would look like magic. The instantaneous responsiveness of quantum entanglement is absolutely miraculous to the unsuspecting. But now the hindrance for instantaneous manifestation up until now, it has simply been the perception of delay. We can call it an encumbrance, the encumbrance of delay, which is just hesitation. It has been perpetuated down through time by the linear concept of time. For example, the idea of something to take time attracts something along the linear passage of time to take time. Time has been imagined as an essential ingredient in the pot of creative stew, if you will. Well, quantum theory has revealed the first impulse of creation, which came from the imagination of our Creator, from God, the Creator of the universe, prior to the Big Bang. That very first imaginative impulse of desire, it was formed outside of the constructs of time. Without time as an ingredient within that first desire, well, manifestation was instantaneous, and it was perfect through creative awareness, which is faster than the speed of light. Now, human beings, you and I, all of us, were created with the exact same imaginative ability as the Creator. We have within us the creative ability to be able to adhere to and rely upon a subjective desire, which is just a personal article of faith. It's a belief for the constructs of that subjective reality to become us and to form us, to create our circumstances, to create the life that we are going to experience. Until now, all of the various components of the five senses have formed the objective consensus for the Earth's reality that it's been experiencing, the things that writers have been writing about and inventors have been inventing. But now the collective is slipping into the active realm of creative awareness, where the quantum substance of belief is producing exactly what will be seen. The intuitive spirit of the unconscious has advanced to become the lens for awareness, the lens for living, the lens for navigation, the lens for seeing. And as this transformation continues to impel the Earth's creative creators, advancing the human creative spirit, the collective is being lifted above the noise of confusion through the expansion of diversity. Well, what does this mean? Until now, the human consciousness has been coagulated unto itself through the judgments of observational awareness. You see, we are the awareness of the universe. And the destructive energetics of condemnation, of competitiveness, of racism and hatred and all those things, that's what has prevented the human creative spirit from advancing. However, after 6,000 years of unctions and enlightenment, the shattering has come. We are in the middle of, in fact, we are on the other side of the shattering. Imagine an egg representing all of humanity, glommed together as one earthling collective. Within our egg glom, if you will, there is struggle to separate one from the other. The proverbial thought of, I know I'm different, but I just don't want to be weird, so I'm going to try to be like everyone else. That has been part of the mix, pushing and shoving for more room to expand and more space to create. All of that has resulted in wars and destructive struggles. A fatuous disdain one for the other is the energized world of pressurization within this glom. Well, eventually the egg begins to crack from the pressure, falling away to loosen its contents. In our sphere of influence, the contents of the humanity egg, which is formed by the billions and billions of human souls who've been struggling to be free, imagining to be wonderful, desiring the unique, willing to be creative, longing to be loved as the individuals that they are. As a result, we are slipping the bonds of reasonings and we are emerging into the realm of creative awareness where original sight is now being restored. And it's through this lens that we can now clearly see how we are actually bound together by our diversity. You see, we are alike in that we are individuals. We are alike in that we are different. The present rattling of humanity's cages is the human spirit being released to become one with its diverse self. All doubt, worry, and fear, it's being removed from the constraints of the creative desire. And the struggle for validation from within the coalesced, abusive dominion of humanity, it's lost its effect, and it can no longer exist as a result. The world's entering the realm of creative awareness, where kinetic belief is the conscious expectation for instantaneous manifestation. Now the people just need to figure out what to do with it. Go back to your beginning, and the wisdom of you will follow. Let's work on some positive affirmations.
Yes, wow.
Just say this out loud. Say, the positive, creative substance of my words
The positive, creative substance of my words
are flowing into my surroundings.
are flowing into my surroundings.
Everywhere I go.
Everywhere I go.
The strength of my joy
The strength of my joy
creates things from my words,
It creates things from my words,
inspiring the life around me.
inspiring the life around me.
The substance of my words
The substance of my words
brings healing.
It brings healing.
The substance of my positive words
The substance of my positive words
are aligning
They're
circumstances
aligning circumstances
to reflect exactly what I expect.
to reflect exactly what I expect.
The positive energetics of my words
The positive energetics of my words
are advancing my mind,
They're advancing my mind,
body, and soul
body, and soul
toward perfected completion.
toward perfected completion.
Right now,
Right now,
I'm using the abundant supply
I am using the abundant supply
that's filled the universe
that's filled the universe
with the substance of my every need.
with the substance of my every need.
I'm attracted by the beauty of creation,
I'm attracted by the beauty of creation,
of which I am a part of.
of which I am a part of.
And the beauty of
And the
creation
beauty of creation
is attracted to me.
it's attracted to me.
My advancing mind, body, and soul
My advancing mind, body, and soul
is perfectly aligned
it's perfectly aligned
with the words that I speak.
with the words that I speak.
I imagine
I imagine
what I'm creating
what I'm creating
with the substance of the words I speak.
with the substance of the words that I speak.
And today,
And today,
I'm unwrapping
I am unwrapping
my genius of purpose,
my genius of purpose,
which is a gift
which is a gift
to the world.
to the world.
And I'm overflowing
I'm overflowing
with the abundance
abundance
of me.
Of me. Wow. Oh, what a powerful time this has been, Steve. And if you want to check out any of the amazing lifestyle tools that Stephen has created, you can do that at stephenkenyon.com. We have the new 21-day e-course there that's perfect for the new year. And then also the 100-day guided journal as well.
Sending out much love and light to all you creative, creator, kinetic believers all over the world.
Much love. Thanks as usual, Steve, for all the wisdom.
Bye.